Hello everyone, welcome to the full moon in Virgo report. I'm Helen from Self Love Self Care System and I'm going to be doing our report about the full moon in Virgo. So if you're ready, buckle up because we're going into our report and finding out what this energetic high vibrations full lunar eclipse in Virgo is going to be bringing you. Are you ready? Let's go. So the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo is on the 13th and 14th of March, depending on where you are, 2025. It's a wonderful energy that brings in the symbolism of renewal, transformation, and a reawakening of the element of nature. The tagline for our full moon this month is, "The truth is in the details, but the wisdom is in the surrender." We have our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo on March the 14th or 13th, as I said, depending on where you are. And it's at 2:54 a.m. EST time, so Eastern, and 6:54 a.m. UK time. And the moon is at 23 degrees and 57 minutes. And it's directly opposing the sun at the same degree point in Pisces. This eclipse is asking you to wake up. Create a moment of clarity and realignment. This Virgo energy demands we refine and organize our lives. Believe me when I say Virgo loves the organizational stuff, while Pisces urges you to trust, surrender, and flow. This is an invitation to break cycles, recalibrate your priorities, and align your work with your soul's calling. What's your soul calling you to do? Are you ready? Because this is a big push, and your tiny whispers from your intuition may become loud shouts. This is the first of 4 Virgo eclipses, and it truly highlights the way that we are processing. The call of the Virgo full moon eclipse is a sign of purification and deep discernment. You are being asked to take a deep and honest look at what is basically working for you and what actually isn't. You see, the thing is, a Virgo wants to organize in ways that gets things right. Now, this eclipse is a cosmic detox. It's going to help you to shed toxic routines and mindsets and relationships that have literally overstayed their welcome. You're being asked, are you nourishing yourself, body and soul, or are you running on an autopilot, stuck in routines that no longer actually serve you, or you're higher scared? So be calm in this transition that this eclipse is actually going to bring for you, okay? The changes coming in are deeply linked to transitions. There's a whole host of freedom highlighted in this, and you're being asked to think back to September. Oh no, sorry, in September you're going to see the fulfillment of this energy. So it's September this year. So wisdom comes from the process of honoring what is meant to be in the moment. The sun in Pisces opposing the moon in Virgo. It's that kind of heart versus logic. Pisces ruled by Neptune is the dreamer, the intuitive, the mystic. Virgo ruled by Mercury is the analyst, the realist, the healer. This opposition invites you to balance out pragmatism with faith. Where in your life have you been overly critical, and where have you also been forgetting to trust? Where have you been too passive, ignoring the details? This full moon eclipse is a merging of the sacred and the practical. It says find daily rituals that align with your dreams. So you're now being called to tune into the body's wisdom as a bridge to the divine, because there's a lot of energy and planets in Pisces. So do let go of perfectionism and embrace progress instead. Note that the moon in Virgo is also conjunct the South Node. So this wants you to know what is not working for you, what's kind of done. So maybe you want something new, or your emotions are making you feel stuck, but you're being asked to pause for a time. Next steps will become apparent, okay? Note that your fears and the areas where you hold these kind of areas where you kind of hold yourself back and things might flare up. This is Virgo, so remember that the small things will have a light shone on them, because this is what the moon does. The full moon illuminates everything that you're not looking at. The question is here, like, do I have to do more? Or what I would say this illumination of this moon is actually doing is saying, no, you've actually taken care of it. Now it's time for you to move forward into your next phase. So the major cosmic aspects, what's actually shaking you awake. So as I said, we have 4 planets or points, if you want to say it like that, in Pisces, because North Node is there too. So telling you the message will come when you stop pushing for an answer. So the thing is, if you keep asking, you may not get the message. Just wait. So put it this way, this is not about force, it's about trust. So Saturn is conjunct the Sun opposing the Moon. And this could bring up reactions such as being too hard on yourself. And, Saturn has that about it, because you're unable to see what to do. It's, okay, Virgo is getting the details, right? So that's something you need to understand, right? And, sometimes the sidelines, the bigger picture. So you want to be, okay, you might have this Virgo energy saying, look at the little bits, but also look at the bigger picture. The planets in Pisces want you to trust, as there's no way to know what's actually going to happen. So new realities, new places, everything is changing. And you may currently be in a liminal space. So take a deep breath in and listen to your intuition and your emotions. They're going to guide you at this time. So we do have the moon opposing Saturn in Pisces at 22 degrees and 19 minutes. And this is kind of asking you to look at your boundaries, your responsibilities, your emotional blocks. The moon's opposition to Saturn brings up big themes of emotional responsibility and boundaries. Are you feeling weighed down by your obligations, expectations, or your own inner critic? Is it kind of flaring up? This aspect asks you to face the hard truths and take ownership of the emotions or situations that have been keeping you from, knowing, because you're stuck, you're blocked, you're depressed, you're stagnant. Saturn here demands maturity, and while it can feel very heavy, it's also a chance for deep emotional restructuring. So let's the eclipse to help you to shift, okay? Then you've got a trine in Uranus that's supporting this by helping you to see the way. And it's very important to recognize that. So this moon trine Uranus in Taurus, which is at 24 degrees, is about breakthroughs, a kind of liberation. You could expect a sudden insight and breakthrough with this moon trine, okay? Now, Uranus, is going to bring in the aspect, a creative burst of new innovative energy that's going to invite you to shake up old habits and break free from emotional blocks. The changes that are highlighted here may feel quite surprising, but deep down you've known for some time that they were coming, right? So this is your chance to truly embrace freedom, independence, and a new and fresh perspective in your emotional life. And this is also then going to bring you new solutions which are linking into Saturn and the Sun, which is just so lovely. So then we've got Uranus in Taurus, which is sextiling the Sun, and Saturn in Pisces. So this is about your innovativeness. Innovation meets that sense of discipline. It's a very supportive element in this chart, and it's a high aspect of this eclipse as well. And Uranus, the planet of awakening and change, forms a very harmonious, beautiful sextile to both the Sun and Saturn, blending this real innovation and discipline. There's something about this that wants to take you on a journey, bringing in breakthroughs that are both inspired and also sustainable. You see, you're being allowed steady yet progressive transformation through this, a kind of perfect balance between the visionary insight, Uranus, and the structure and that time element of Saturn. And there's a kind of soulful alignment too, because that sun is in Pisces. This aspect invites you to break free from outdated limitations while also building something truly lasting, because this is what you're being asked to do, and also meaningful. You're being asked to embrace change with purpose rather than with chaos. Now, it brings you new resources and it helps you to step into the energy of Virgo the planner. Now, we have Moon opposing Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees, okay? And this is kind of discerning between what is the illusion here and what is the reality. The Moon's opposition to Neptune says, here's my powerful invitation to look at the past illusions. So you're going to clarify your emotional leads. Where have you been kind of swept up by fantasy, dreamy Piscean fantasy? You know, this emotion, but this moment's going to bring a sense of emotional cleansing, a cosmic invitation to step out of confusion into a clarity, a real clarity that's reality. So don't get lost in the fog, okay? Trust your intuition, but make sure that it's actually grounded in the real energy of reality. And then you've got Neptune in Pisces, which is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, okay? Now, here there's something about your soul, transformation. Neptune's sextile to Pluto brings in a subtle but potent invitation for deep transformation. This harmonious aspect facilitates the release of old patterns and alchemical shift from illusion to clarity. With this cosmic energy in play, you are being asked to go deeper into the mysteries of life and embrace the spiritual transformation that is yours. And it also, this eclipse will trigger some things for you. So it's time to let go of the outdated beliefs and move forward to a future of great empowerment. Now I want to talk a little bit about Mars in Cancer, which is at 18 degrees, and it's trine Sun and Saturn. This is going to give you a drive to action with purpose. Mars, now in Cancer, forms a harmonious trine to both the Sun and Saturn in Pisces. It's going to encourage action that is rooted in emotion and purpose. This aspect says to you that you have the drive to act in alignment with your deepest needs, and you really, really do, and your responsibilities as well. It's a reminder that progress doesn't just come from pushing harder, because there's something about that that's been going on for a while. We need to push harder to get what we want, harder to be what we want. You know, sometimes it just requires us to nurture and protect our emotional well-being before charging ahead. What this moon asks of you is to refine your habits. What daily rituals serve your highest self? Cleanse your mind. Where are you stuck in cycles of deep worry or self-doubt? You're being asked to trust the unfolding. You don't actually need to control every single detail. Some things are meant to just flow. And this eclipses, or all eclipses, affect people with personal planets and points around 18 to 28 degrees of the mutable signs Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces most significantly. But it could also affect you if you have Sun, Moon, Ascendant in Virgo too. Your eclipse release ritual will come in a moment, just after I do our cards for the month. Oops. Hey y'all, so I'm back. So I'm using the Midnight Magic. Hang on, I've got to sit properly because I'm not. I'm using the Midnight Magic Tarot deck of mushrooms for the cards for the full moon in Virgo. So let's have a look at our two cards. Oh, beautiful birds flying around. So lovely out there. They're just like charging around like crazy. So yeah, if I can get so I can see, because I can see like the rooftops here. So if I can get two cards, angels, for the full moon in Virgo. Well, that's not two cards, is it? They give me like 4 cards. I always do 2 for the full moon. Look, what's this? What 2? I don't know. Okay, let's just take one because you're just being cheeky. Right, so let's have a look at what our full moon in Virgo cards are. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's a superb card, guys. That's an exceptional card to get for the full moon in Virgo. It is literally saying we are at the end and then a new beginning of the process. And it's interesting because the angels are telling me that this is about, although it's the Ten of Pentacles, so it's monetary in its nature, but they're actually talking about you're completing out a cycle, which is very linked and deeply rewarding. But you've found yourself in a place where you recognize now what you've been doing and what you've been shifting. And the angels are telling me to tell you this shift is phenomenal, because what it's doing is it's taking you into a new consciousness area, a new space to be in. Okay. Now, there's a lot to be said for this card. There's a lot of new growth. There's a lot of new beginning. There's a lot of new starts. There's also an opportunity which is kind of circular. Now, the reason it's circular is the angels are talking about a different type of time. Now, we act as humans as if our time is linear. No, time is linear. Time does not go from here to here. Okay, it doesn't do that. What time does is it goes in a circle. We actually go circular. That's how it works. There's no such thing as the kind of time we work with. And the angels are talking about this particular moon giving you the beginning rungs of actually understanding these different types of time and recognizing them in your own life. So you might find that things start to either speed up or they may slow down for you. But whatever happens, it's going to be accurate for you in this moment in time. So there you go. That's the 10 of Pentacles from the Midnight Magic Tarot deck of mushrooms. So let's have a look at our second card. Whoa, you've got fabulous cards, guys, for this moon. You've got the King of Pentacles. Now, I want to point out something here. 2 Pentacle cards, right? 2 cards of Pentacles. The King is bringing in the angels are talking about abundance now. They're talking about financial reward. They're telling you don't need to stop where you are. In fact, there's a question here. The angels are saying, why are you stopping where you are? What have you been doing in the past that was not accurate to this future? They're saying some things that may have frightened you don't frighten you anymore. You're done with that. Something has happened and that has given you a deep shake-up. I definitely have. And a shake-up that said to you, this is so transitory, this phase of our space, this phase of our lives. And it's telling you that you can't stop anymore. The other things the angels are wanting me to tell you is, if you don't do what you feel you need to do, then you're not being in your light vibration energy. You can't really call yourself spiritual, my lovelies, if you ignore the calls to your grace. So the angels are talking about these messages. Start your new trajectory, move into your kingly, queenly energy. Move into the space of grace. Move to where you're being called. Whatever thoughts and ideas you've had, you need to start enacting them now, because the angels and the universe are waiting for you. The longer you take, the more you make them wait, the harder this gets for you. You see, the thing is, because we live in a society that is so age-centric, if you took my words, ageist, because it is, then you would realise why things can get very, very tricky. Now, I want you, beautiful, gorgeous souls, to remember about this ageism and ageist thing. We are not to do this because we're loving spiritual beings. We do not think like that. All souls deserve the light. All souls deserve the love. Right, so I'm going to get back on with the report. I'm going to go into your eclipse release ritual, my darlings. So, the eclipse ritual is to take a moment to breathe into your body and ask where you feel tension, okay? Because Virgo rules the nervous system and digestion. So listen closely to what your body is communicating. I would also recommend you journal what routines, thoughts, or relationships are feeling heavy in your life. What can you release to make space for something lighter and truer? This full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo is your sacred reset. It is particularly about having the time to declutter your life mentally, emotionally, and physically. You are in a place now to create space for what truly matters to you. The universe isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be aligned. Are you ready for this new beginning with the full moon in Virgo? I'd also recommend releasing anything that does not serve you in this moon and letting go that anything that is holding you back in a place that you don't want to be in. Namaste, my lovelies. I hope this beautiful Virgo full moon brings you some kind of solace and the methodology and the tools that you need to let go of things that do not need to be in your life anymore. Mwah! I'm sending you so much love and many, many kisses and healing. And these tulips are my favourite. You know, I love pink tulips. Those of you who know me very, very well, these are my favourite flowers in the whole wide world. Mwah! Sending you more healing, love and light. Bye everyone. Bye. Take care. Bye. Bye.